They laughed before he even shut the motor down. Not loud laughter, worse than that. The kind that comes from comfort. From men who'd never had to push a dead bike off a mountain shoulder at 2 a.m. with blood in their boots. The old rider rolled into a roadside memorial outside Sturgis just as the sun was bleeding out behind the hills. The place was crowded. Patch holders, club flags, polished rides parked like trophies. New chrome everywhere. Engines still ticking hot. His bike looked like it didn't belong. Rigid frame. Hand-welded bars. Faded tank with scars you couldn't buff out. No club colors. No slogans. Just steel that had survived too much to care. A younger rider leaned toward his buddies. Probably lost. This ain't a charity ride. The old man heard it. He always heard everything. When you spend a lifetime listening to engines for signs of death, voices don't sneak up on you. He killed the motor and sat there for a second longer than necessary. Not weak, just remembering. Faces. Roads. A friend who didn't make it out of Wyoming one winter because the wind decided today was the day. He dismounted slow, knees stiff, back bent from decades of vibration. Walked toward the wall where names were etched into stone. Riders killed on the road. Some famous. Some forgotten. All permanent. A patch-wearing enforcer blocked his path. Memorials for fallen brothers. The guy said, "You riding with anyone?" The old man shook his head. "I rode with most of them," he replied softly. The enforcer smirked. "Sure you did. That's the thing about age. It makes liars obvious and truth uncomfortable." The old man reached into his vest and pulled out a worn leather strap. On it hung a single dog tag, rusted thin. He pressed it against one of the names on the wall. Silence spread when someone noticed what he was doing. Another biker stepped closer, squinting, then froze. "That tag, that's Rusty Kane's." Now the air changed. Rusty Kane wasn't just a name. He was a legend, coast-to-coast runner. Rode through hurricanes. Died pulling a stranger out from under a jackknife semi. The old man nodded. He hated being called a legend, he said. Said it made men forget he was human. The crowd grew. Nobody laughed anymore. One by one, riders recognized the old man. Not from photos, but from stories their mentors told. The quiet rider who never patched up. The one who fixed bikes for free and disappeared before sunrise. The man who taught half of them how to survive the road instead of impress it. The enforcer stepped aside. The old man touched the wall, fingers trembling, not from weakness, but from weight. Then he turned back toward his bike. A young rider called out, voice unsure. "You heading out already?" The old man swung a leg over the seat. "Yeah," he said. "Memorials are for the living. The dead already know who we are." He kicked the bike to life. The sound wasn't loud, but it was honest, and as he rode away, nobody questioned whether he belonged there again, because some riders don't need patches. They are the road.